I can't even cry during this survival episode because it's like Oprah Winfrey, she had these allegations going on for years. You know what I'm saying? And it's just very hideous and traumatizing to know that a lot of these things are starting to come out to be true. You know what I'm saying? So now they're saying allegedly there's 11 freak off tapes with Jay-Z, Diddy, motherfucking Oprah, Epstein, minors, and a whole bunch of other celebrities. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know how true it is, but to me, the shit is starting to to pan out. It's starting to pan out to be true. And it's hard for me to ignore the things that came out in the past. Well, why? What would elude me to believe this? You know what I'm saying? Like Oprah Winfrey stood next to and kissed perverts and kissed like sick perverts right in front of our face during survival. She was defending every pervert that she could defend. From Russell Simmons to Diddy Glover to what's the other dude? Weinstein. Like, and Oprah, I mean, come on, man. Her name's been tied into so many things. Oprah has a video that's so sick, guys, that I'm not even going to play it. I'm not even going to play it. But she was talking about how some young 14-year-old or some young minor, how it feels good to have a pedo touching you inappropriately. She was saying some wild shit that I can't even play right now. But like I said, it's more proof and things that are coming out, man, with this Epstein guy. And I'm not really even, I'm just starting to hear how the dude talk and the things that he was doing. Why would Oprah or any of these celebrities hang around him knowing this unless they're just as guilty? Listen to this man. This is the man, Epstein.
How long have you been sexually attracted to underage minor females?
Objection, harassing, argumentative. Are you kidding?
No, I mean, I don't feel like I'm divulging any secrets here, right?
Move to strike.
That's the question.
I'd like to answer that question as well. I'll get all your other questions today. However, I have to follow my attorney's advice. They have told me that I must invoke my 5th, 6th, and 14th Amendment right to not answer those questions today or any questions relevant to this lawsuit.
What was the name of any of the underage minors that were the subject of the criminal charges to which you pled guilty?
And that's another thing. I never even knew that motherfucking Epstein and those sick wrinkles in his forehead had pled guilty to doing these sick things with minors. So if he pled guilty, Oprah, why would you, Jay-Z and Diddy and all of y'all be hanging around this man if he pled guilty to being a pedo? And then he tried to sit here and lie and say, oh no, this just was prostitution. Sir, prostitution of minors. You know what I'm saying? It's so much footage that's coming out proving this stuff. You know what I mean? This is crazy.
I don't know.
So tell me about those charges. What was the allegations of those charges?
Form. Solicitation of prostitution.
Okay.
Not underage prostitution, prostitution.
Were the victims or the prostitutes, as you would say, were they minors?
Form. I pled guilty to solicitation of prostitution.
He talking about I pled guilty to solicitation to prostitution. But the prostitutes, sir, were underage during survival. These were young little girls that you were giving money to, sir, to have freak offs. And then there were other young girls that wasn't getting a dime, that was being trafficked and all kinds of sick things while you rich demons.
So tell me what those cases were about. What happened?
I
Forming him.
I can't tell you any more than that.
You don't know what you pled guilty to?
I just told you.
Object to form, that's asked and answered.
Do you know what you pled guilty to? The facts.
Solicitation of prostitution.
I understand that's the charge. What were the underlying facts?
Sorry.
What'd you do? Did you pull up in a car, talk to the person? Did they come over to your house? How'd you get them? Those kind of things. Tell the jury what were the underlying facts about the charge that you pled guilty to?
Form, move to strike.
I don't know.
You don't know what you pled guilty to.
I put the solicitation of prostitution. Oh, not underage prostitution, but prostitution.
And just so the jury understands, these three females that were the subject of the guilty pleas in state court were procured by your method of having underage minor females locate other underage minor females and bring them to your house. Isn't that correct?
See, this is what he was doing. He had underage minors, females, that were like little young cheerleaders, sending them out to McDonald's, sending them out to their little cheerleading practice, telling them to bring other little girls over to his dungeon. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just showing y'all this because I recently just started hearing this man talk. And knowing that this man pled guilty to this behavior, why would all of these celebrities be hanging out on this man's island, knowing he had young girls going to go get other young girls? You know what I'm saying? And Oprah, you knew about all of this. This is all sick demonic behavior.
Procured by your method of having underage minor females locate other underage minor females and bring them to your house. Isn't that correct?
Objection. Argumentative, compound, harassing, assumes facts not in evidence.
You have to
And I move
repeat.
to strike.
You have to repeat the question.
Okay. Are all people that were at the time you engaged in sexual activity with them were underage and were brought by other underage minor females? Is that true?
Same objections incorporated. As well as the motion to strike.
I don't understand. I'm sorry, I don't even understand the question.
And he talking about, I'm sorry, I don't understand the question. The question was simple, sir. Did you have other underage girls going to go pick up underage girls? He's talking about, I don't understand the question. Smash that like button, guys. We got to call all these sick demons out. You know what I'm saying? And you see, like I said, I showed y'all that man chasing underage girls around in his kitchen, on the fucking kitchen counter. And he talking about he don't know what he talking about. And this is a guy that Oprah and Diddy and all of them motherfuckers, Jay-Z, they all choose to be friends with this man. Like, they had to know that this footage, that this stuff was out there years ago. And that this kind of behavior was okay up until people started getting caught. Until when he got his ass caught and they said, look, we got to unalive him. You know what I mean? We got to get rid of him so we don't get caught. That's the same thing with Diddy, and now that's the same thing going on with motherfucking Jay-Z. And then Oprah, you are right after Jay-Z. Look at that. All these redacted faces. Oprah face should be there. Look at this. This man is on the ground doing rituals. Look at this. And Nicki Minaj said that Jay-Z was doing freak-off rituals. What is this man doing right here to this young girl on the ground? Can somebody tell me in the chat what the hell is Epstein doing to this girl on the ground? This is a young juvenile. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is he, Charles Lee Ray? Is this motherfucker Chucky, Pure Survival? You remember how Chucky, Charles Lee Ray, how he got in the dial and he held the goddamn dial and was like, I'll say to Subite, to be Dembala, give me the powers I beg of you. It's like he's sitting here casting this young girl's soul right here. This is crazy. And this is the behavior Oprah, all of y'all knew about. So y'all all need to be held accountable. Y'all all need to be held accountable. This is crazy. Look at the man. You hear they motherfucking voices? Guys, listen, when I was a little kid, right, I used to go to the YMCA to go swimming. You know what I'm saying? And you hear like the young girls, and I was a young guy at the time. I mean a teenager. And you hear them laughing, ah. It sounds like the young girls in the YMCA. And he chasing them around in his kitchen. Wow. Look at this freak off zombie, guys. Everybody smash that like button that's in the building. And Oprah, let me tell you something. I try to be quiet with you, but look how many times you done got caught up. When Seal came out and called her out, Seal, y'all know Seal, the singer, milk chocolate motherfucker with the craters on his face? Seal called her a pedo protector back then. So Oprah, it's hard for me not to believe you had something to do with this. When he's famous and he called you out. You know what I mean? Smash that like
Golden
button.
Globes for a second. Oprah is now being criticized for her speech that night by a very unlikely star.
Me too. 3 days after Oprah publicly supported victims of sexual assault in the wake of numerous allegations against Harvey Weinstein, singer Seal Instagrammed this meme, showing Winfrey kissing the disgraced mogul. It reads, when you have been part of the problem for decades, but suddenly they all think you are the solution.
Why would this man say that? He said Oprah Winfrey did a speech acting like she was standing up for child sex predators and for victims, and then she's kissed up with the motherfucker. And Seal said, you're trying to act like you ain't about that shit, but you've been part of the problem for years. So it's her time is coming.
Me too. 3 days after Oprah publicly supported victims of sexual assault in the wake of numerous allegations against Harvey Weinstein, singer Seal Instagrammed this meme, showing Winfrey kissing.
Look at this. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all think Oprah Winfrey was a part of the sick shit. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all think that Oprah was innocent in all of this. She knows that this man is a goddamn predator, a super motherfucking freak off demon, one of the top head freak off vampires. Look at her kissing this man. While Stedman stuck with you for all these years, Oprah, and you disrespect Stedman. And we still don't know what happened to Stedman because you was in love with these perverts. You was in love kissing and defending these pervs right in public, not even giving a dime that we seen it, Oprah. So you definitely connected to this. And we want to know what happened with that school, with them young kids that allegedly was trafficked. You know what I'm saying? It's all coming out. I'm looking back at everything like, damn, they was calling her out for years.
After Oprah publicly supported victims of sexual assault in the wake of numerous allegations against Harvey Weinstein, singer Seal Instagrammed this meme, showing Winfrey kissing the disgraced mogul. It reads, when you have been part of the problem for decades, but suddenly they all think you are the solution.
Please welcome
The 54-year-old who's appeared on Oprah's show captioned his post, "Oh, I forgot, that's right, you'd heard the rumors, but you had no idea he was actually serially assaulting young starry-eyed actresses."
Wow. Did you hear what Seal said? Seal was on Oprah's show and still called her out. That's why I respect him. Like, you know what I mean? If I do something crazy, call me out. Don't let me, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Sarah, just hit that super chat, Pure Survival. She evil with good PRs. Yes, yes, yes. You're absolutely right, Sarah. Seal said straight to Oprah. Oh, I forgot. That's right. You'd heard about the pedo rumors, but you had no idea he was actually seriously assaulting young girls, young actresses. That man told her to her face. You sitting there trying to play it off like you didn't know what that man did? Come on.
On Oprah's show captioned his post, "Oh, I forgot. That's right. You'd heard the rumors, but you had no idea he was actually serially assaulting young starry-eyed actresses. My bad." While Weinstein maintains his innocence, Seal hasn't commented further, and Oprah has not responded.
This moment is a really powerful time for everybody to get woke.
Fans have come to her defense, pointing out Winfrey is a sexual assault survivor. They also posted pics of Seal's ex, Heidi Klum, kissing Weinstein too.
How are you? I am here.
Today on Ellen, Oprah was
So she's a sexual assault survivor, but you sitting there loving and hugging up on these pedos, though. You know what I'm saying? And poor Stedman, guys. We got to free Stedman. Look at this man. And Stedman got a 10 head. He don't got a 4 head or a 5 head. He got a 10 head. This was the guy that you never see that Oprah's been doing dirty. Stedman.
You've been with Oprah for a long time now.
Yeah.
When did you guys first meet?
Wow, we met a long time ago. She just says this some.
Look at Stedman's headline, guys. When he met Oprah, look at the man's headline before he met Oprah. Pure survival. His headline, Stedman headline was right here. You know what I'm saying? And he's been so stressed out. You know what I'm saying? Whole head turned motherfucking gray. Headline just took off and just backed up and had divorced him. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the man that we need to find out where Stedman is at. I think he's being held hostage somewhere. You know what I mean? Getting his back blown out by motherfucking Gayle King and Oprah. They feeding the man Lunchables. They got him held in a goddamn basement. I haven't seen this man or his headline in a long time.
And a long time ago. And we met at a charity. I knew her 2 years before we actually started going.
Look at Stedman before Oprah stressed him out. Pure survival. He looked totally different before she stressed him out. God damn it. He looked way different than that. Salute to Sarah. Hit that super chat again. She used that school to supply them with kids. Yeah, man, this is crazy.
And we met over this gentleman's house named Max Robinson, who was an anchor. We've been together for a long time. It's been great. I mean, I'm so lucky and very fortunate to have a great partner. And she is, I mean, I look at what she's done and who she is, and it's just extraordinary to watch. Incredible mind, beautiful woman. I mean, just, nice to everybody.
Poor Stedman. And then you see how he's caught in Oprah's freak off web. Stedman is still somewhere trapped in a dungeon, feeling like he's in love with this woman, and she has not. She showed off Gayle King way more than she showed you off, Stedman. You know what I'm talking about? She's been flouncing Stedman around. I mean, everybody else but her. And Dave Chappelle was telling her about what was going on and what they was trying to do to him, and she sat up there and act like she didn't know what he was talking about. Them demons was doing in Hollywood.
It was completely outside of my frame of reference. I've been in show business since I was 14, and I've heard the stories of what happens, and I've seen these kinds of things play out in front of me.
Okay. When you say you heard the stories, what do you mean? What stories?
I mean, you see,
You heard her? She said, what do you mean? What stories? You knew what the hell Dave Chappelle was talking about. She probably was a part of that shit, trying to take Dave Chappelle's soul, but he wouldn't sell it.
oh, look, Mariah Carey made a $100 million deal, and 3 months later, she's all of a sudden mysteriously crazy. Or Martin Lawrence punches through when he's waving a gun on the street screaming, "They're trying to kill me."
Yeah, we hear those stories.
And it always happens around the time of their career, but it seems as though they're crossing over the next plateau.
Yeah. Would you say you lost your mind, sort of?
No,
No.
Not exactly.
Okay.
I wasn't crazy, but it's incredibly stressful.
Yeah.
And I feel like in a lot of instances, I was deliberately being put through stress.
Wow. And he felt like they were deliberately trying to do that to him. You know what I'm saying? Oprah, do you remember this school right here? Guys, if y'all don't know, she had a little African school with these little minors.
These are my girls.
This right here.
Look at
Look at these young kids. And they get these young kids like this that have no idea what's going on in this country, pure survival. Pretend as y'all care about them. You know what I'm saying? And allegedly, like Nicki Minaj said, these kids was being trafficked. Oprah! You know what I'm saying? Smash that like button, guys, if y'all think that Oprah Winfrey is guilty. And this is why she trying to be quiet and her ass is on the run, because they got tapes and videos and all this shit. I heard about these tapes before. I heard she supposed to have bought a tape with Justin Bieber on it. Yeah. And that's how she would do it. I want to thank you guys for this wonderful da-da-da-da-da. Knowing you knew what the hell was going on. That's my thing. I don't like it that the fact that they got all of this money and choose to be demons. You know what I'm saying? And that's why Monique was calling her out. She wanted her to sell her soul for a jelly roll.
There's two parts to Oprah Winfrey that I haven't really spoken about publicly. The other part with Oprah Winfrey is, yeah, you let me get thrown under the bus and you said nothing. The other part is you mess with my family. You mess with my mother, my father. She called me about my brother, right? Mm-hmm.
All lies will be exposed, that's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
You know, they're watching me right now, and they're mad at me.
I was, needless to say, devastated and really shaken to my core when I first heard this news. And I spoke to all the girls personally, and I encouraged all of them, any of them who had actually been harmed, to please come forward.
So freaking mean to me. I was in shock.
Do you take responsibility for the situation that you're in right now?
100%.
100%.
100%. I couldn't believe it because I loved her so much.
And everybody say this about her. Even Toni Braxton, the Olsen twins. She said, I love Oprah so much, I believed in her. And Oprah put her on her platform just so she can humiliate Toni Braxton, pure survival. And she humiliated the little Olsen twins, made them little girls cry. You know what I'm saying? This is what she's been doing right in front of our face, guys. And I don't feel bad for her at all. Smash that like button, everybody in the building.
I heard looked up to her. And she pretty much reprimanded me.
Did you ever find out who did it?
Yeah, I knew did it shortly after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they are now where?
Oh, the guy who actually shot me is dead.
Oprah Winfrey is probably said to be panicking right now because yet again, someone she was connected to has been exposed for being a real-life devil. She was besties with people like Epstein and Diddy, but she swears...
You hear that? She was besties with Epstein. She was besties with Diddy. She was bestie with Harvey Weinstein. These were her motherfucking homeboys. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, allegedly they said that Gayle King and Oprah Winfrey were going steady. That she is a dyke, and there's no disrespect to the LBG community. Shout out to everybody. But if you're forcing yourself on somebody, that's a total different thing. But her and Gayle was messing around doing their little thing with the dildo and the fitted ball cap and the Timberland boots. The Jada Pinkett motherfucking Timberland boots and the fitted ball cap. You know what I'm saying? This is why they made sure they looked out for each other. Epstein, look, I'm going to send you some girls. You know what I'm saying? You send me some girls. That's how it was. I feel like they were swiping out young, man, this is crazy, guys. Smash that like button.
Right now, because yet again, someone she was connected to has been exposed for being a real-life devil. She was besties with people like Epstein and Diddy, but she swears she never knew about his shady activities and never even knew Diddy's after parties.
Look, she said, remember she said she didn't know nothing about Diddy's parties? that she never went to Diddy Glover's freak off parties? Why is she sitting in between Diddy and motherfucking Kanye West having a freak off sandwich? I've never been to Diddy's parties. Diddy got his freak off fingers right in between your little old kitty cat. Pure survival. Real. You know what I'm talking about? And that's no disrespect to the older women with the old kitty cats. Because you can have an old kitty cat, but it don't got to be funky and stinky like hers. You know what I'm saying? And her kitty cat is demonic. I'm telling you, I bet you she got fucking spiders, all kinds of shit coming out of that motherfucking kitty cat. Real? You know, but you didn't go to Diddy's parties, but Diddy got his hand between your legs. This looked like a freak off was happening this night. Smash that like button, guys, if y'all think that Oprah was in that freak off, doing it, busting it wide open, cheating on Stedman. That's what she was doing.
Life devil. She was besties with people like Epstein and Diddy, but she swears she never knew about his shady activities and never even knew Diddy's after parties existed. Initially, people took her word for it, but with everything that has been happening recently, people have been looking into her even more. To make matters even worse, several celebrities whom she allegedly did dirty have also come out to put her on blast, and the list will shock you. Now, even before all these allegations about Oprah ruining the careers of these celebrities, there had been other talk about her, specifically about the shady school she opened in South Africa.
The shady school that she opened in South Africa, guys. Now, look at these young people. Look at them. They seem like young, genuine, you know what I'm saying? Wonderful kids, happy, feeling like, oh my God, you know, we with Oprah Winfrey. We're gonna, you know, our lives are gonna change. They were completely innocent, guys. And allegedly, this woman did some horrible things to these kids. I'm saying allegedly, Oprah, pure survival. You know what I'm saying? Like the files is out. There's tapes and proof and everything. You know what I'm saying? Smash that like button, everybody. We need 1,000 likes in the building. We're not letting Oprah get away, guys. We have these children. No, they all need to be called out. At first, I wasn't going to say nothing, but no, Oprah, you getting it too.
Shock you. Now, even before all these allegations about Oprah ruining the careers of these celebrities, there had been other talk about her, specifically about the shady school she opened in South Africa in 2007. The dorm matron Virginia Tiny Makopo got charged with 13 counts of SA. Oprah had to go to South Africa to apologize in person and fire the headmistress. But people still believe to this day that she did it for PR.
Oprah Winfrey has had a lot of controversy around her African school for girls, with huge conspiracy theories starting that these girls were going missing from Oprah's school.
Wow. The girls was going missing from Oprah's school. The head lady that she hired got arrested for pedo behavior. For you know what I mean? And then she went over there and played it off like she didn't know that lady was doing that over there. You know what I'm saying? What is the mystery behind this? If I got billions of dollars, kids are going to be protected superly. You know what I mean? And then the kids been coming up missing. Oh, we know where they were going to. Epstein Island, Diddy Glover's freak off dungeon. You know what I mean? Weinstein's freak off dungeon. Under her freak off dungeon. This is crazy, man. Like this, it's sick, man. And look at this lady. Look at this lady.
Of SA.
Look at this lady right here.
Oprah had to go to South Africa.
Look, she gonna go over to South Africa to try to act like she didn't know nothing about the shit.
The shady school she opened in South Africa in 2007. The dorm matron Virginia.
Look at this lady right here. You can tell that she looks like a goddamn 20-time felon. Pure Bible. Why would you hire this lady to take? Oprah don't even look like she would even be indulging with this type of woman right here. Because I'm saying I can see it in her eyes. I can see the demonicness in her wig, that she is not to be trusted. Pure Bible. That's what I'm talking about. Oprah knew what this lady was doing. If I was her, she should have snitched on Oprah. I would have told on her. Look, she knew what I was into. I was trafficking these young kids for her. Pure Bible. You know what I mean? Trying to make a come up. Like, this is wild.
Tiny Makopo got charged with 13 counts of SA. Oprah had to go to South Africa to apologize in person and fire the headmistress. But people still believe to this day that she did it for PR.
Oprah Winfrey has had a lot of controversy around her African school for girls, with huge conspiracy theories starting that these girls were going missing from Oprah's school. All of these theories started shortly after Oprah opened her school in 2007, and the matron of that school was charged with essay of 7 different girls. Oprah ended up offering a public apology to the parents and the children and citing her own essay incidents in this apology.
Wow. And then, so Oprah apologized to the parents. 7 different girls was sexually assaulted, young girls, by a person you hired to protect those kids. And then she makes an apology and try to bring up, yes, well, I was sexually assaulted as a kid. I would have never did that. Da 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 da. Some people that's assaulted as a kid, unfortunately, some of them become predators. And clearly, allegedly, that's probably what happened with Oprah. You know what I'm saying? Smash that like button, guys.
Missing from Oprah's school. All of these theories started shortly after Oprah opened her school in 2007, and the matron of that school was charged with essay of 7 different girls. Oprah ended up offering a public apology to the parents and the children and citing her own essay incidents in this apology. But the matron would then be found not guilty of these crimes. But then it shocked the nation because shortly after this, Oprah's school was hit with another essay allegation. 7 students were suspended for harassing and fondling classmates. And a lot
Oh my God. So you get the other sexual assault stuff going. Then another sexual assault thing happened at that same school. That's wild. Smash that like button, guys. We need 1,000 likes. Everybody double tap that screen. This is some real crazy stuff.
After this, Oprah's school was hit with another essay allegation. 7 students were suspended for harassing and fondling classmates. And a lot of people thought that this stemmed from the very first incident because why would these children be acting like this? And the rumors started swirling after this point because they just didn't understand how these things could happen so close to one another. And then boom, there was another investigation at Oprah's school after the body of a newborn was found in a girl's book bag.
Now, you'd think...
Oh my God. So at this woman's school, a body of a newborn baby was found in a backpack. Damn, smash that like button, guys. This is horrible.
Because why would these children be acting like this? And the rumors started swirling after this point because they just didn't understand how these things could happen so close to one another. And then boom, there was another investigation at Oprah's school after the body of a newborn was found in a girl's book bag.
Now, you'd think that with allegations like these, Oprah would probably do better so people wouldn't have any more crazy things to say about her. But no, she was allegedly busy ruining the reputation of some actors in the industry. And one of the people she reportedly did this to was 50 Cent. You see, back when 50 was still climbing up in the industry, he was desperate to clean up his image because people only saw him as a gangster, even though he was hitting some really big milestones in the industry. And at the time, there was no better place to do that than the Oprah Winfrey Show. But when the idea came to Oprah's table, she said no. The interview eventually ended up happening, but it doesn't mean 50 Cent was over it. He accused
and that's the wrong person. So you know if she did that to 50 Cent, he gonna come back at her too. She gonna be on one of these documentaries real fast.
Done Dirty to also come out to speak against her. And baby, they did. Ludacris went off on her too for trying to use him as a scapegoat when he appeared on her show to promote his new movie Crash.
That she made about, I was there for a Crash for the movie. Yeah. And basically she said something about not agreeing with my music, but she thought I did great in the movie. And of course I was up there with the whole cast of Crash. And so I didn't necessarily felt like that needed to be said. You didn't agree with my music. And even if you don't agree with certain songs I made, say you don't agree with certain songs, don't say you just don't agree with all of my music. Right.
Wow, so she was trying to embarrass Ludacris on the stage at her thing in front of the whole cast. You know what I mean? Y'all remember when Ludacris crossed over to acting, and I think Luda was doing good. I liked it, Crash. Yes, the movie Crash was fire, but I didn't know she humiliated Ludacris like that on stage like that. That woman is wild.
All the way back to the movie Precious, which was produced by both Oprah and Tyler and starred Monique. So according to Monique, She was only paid $50,000 for the movie and didn't sign any contracts that said she would have to do press runs. However, once the movie was released, Tyler and Oprah wanted her to go around the world to do press. And the worst part? They wanted her to use her own money. You cannot make this up.
And that's crazy as hell that Monique did so good in that movie Precious. They only paid her $50,000 and wanted her to promote it and use her own money, that $50,000, to do all of this when y'all were super billionaires. That's why she's been calling out Tyler. And look at Tyler Perry. Look at all the trouble he in right now, Pure Survival. And Monique has been calling out both of them. I'm telling you, these people are demons.
During Super Bowl weekend. It was so good. She had me in a trance. You gotta go check her out. He later made another post demanding that Tyler and Oprah apologize to Monique because he was about to bring her back on top again. I'm sure Oprah Winfrey and Tyler Perry would not want to continue to allow their influence to damage Monique's career. This has gone on for way too long. So now would be a great time to apologize because I'm gonna put her back on. Green light gang, I don't miss.
So Tyler Perry says to me, listen, you may really want to consider promoting this film because if you get nominated for an Oscar award, your next film is $3 to $5 million. And
now, don't y'all think that it's a coincidence that all the people that was blackballing people in Hollywood, that was trying to make them sell their soul and all of that, they're all being called out right now? Like, God is getting all of them. And shout out to Cat Williams, because Cat Williams said that it was coming. You know what I'm saying? Tyler Perry there's victims coming out left and right. Talking about, Mo dear, clap my cheeks. Mo dear, clap my cheeks. Mo dear did all these sick things to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of them is getting in trouble. You don't think that's a coincidence? You know what I mean? And they were all working together, all these rich people in power. Smash that like button, guys. Everybody, we need 1,000 likes. Salute to all of y'all. This needs to be called out.
if you win it, your next film is $6 to $8 million. I said, Tyler, who you talking to? I'm a black woman. Where do they pay those type of salaries, brother? I said, what I cannot do, Tyler, is work for free. I've done what I was supposed to do. I cannot go overseas and do this for free, Tyler. So then he goes on about his spiel, you know. I said, well, listen, you can write me the check for me to go overseas. I don't care where the money comes from, but I'm not going to do it for free. He says, well, I don't believe in giving money away for free.
Wow. So she did her work, and Tyler Modia had a nerve to say, I don't believe in giving money away for free. But you want her to go to another country and promote your Oprah shit because Oprah is your other freak off culprit. Your other freak off culprit. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy as hell. And then they have all of the money. Yo, smash that like button, guys. These people is demons.
You can write me the check for me to go overseas. I don't care where the money comes from, but I'm not going to do it for free. He says, well, I don't believe in giving money away for free. I said, I don't believe in working for free, so we're on the same page.
And as if that wasn't bad enough, Oprah took things a step further by inviting Monique's brother, whom Monique had previously accused of essaying when she was 11 years old, as well as her entire family, whom Monique had also said she isn't on speaking terms with.
Wow, so you know Oprah's vicious, right? So she was mad at Monique. Monique said, my brother sexually assaulted me as a kid. Oprah's so hateful. She said, look, set up an interview with her brother. Why do she feel so like want to put these predators on a pedestal? So you didn't like her because she was calling you out. So you said, you know what? The same guy who sexually assaulted you as a kid, I'm going to interview him. Oprah is vicious, guys. That's some vicious shit. Smash that like button, guys, if that's some vicious shit to do. You go get a predator that I said did this thing to me as a kid on purpose to be that hateful towards me? Wow.
Monique's brother, whom Monique had previously accused of SAing when she was 11 years old, as well as her entire family, whom Monique had also said she isn't on speaking terms with because they initially sided with her brother when she told them about the SA.
To first acknowledge what I've been in denial for 37 years. And that is, I did assault, inappropriately touch my sister in manners that were not comfortable for her.
Whoa, so he admitted that he sexually assaulted his sister. Yo, smash that like button, guys. I tell y'all already know. I always tell y'all to get them likes up because YouTube send me emails and ask me to make sure. So once we get 1,000 likes, y'all ain't got to worry about me talking about it. The man literally just said he did sexually assault her. So Oprah, why would you even be interviewing a pedophile, a tree jumper? A nigga that jump out talking about wants some candy to his own sister. Yo, Oprah is evil. She evil.
7 years. And that is, I did assault, inappropriately touch my sister in manners that were not comfortable for her. And for that, I apologize.
And there's two parts to Oprah Winfrey that I haven't really spoken about publicly. The other part with Oprah Winfrey is, yeah, you let me get thrown under the bus and you said nothing. The other part is you mess with my family. You mess with my mother, my father. She called me about my brother, right? Mm-hmm. And I said, listen, everybody can change. He wanted to apologize. She said, Monique, would it be okay that he comes on? And would you like to come on? I said, I don't want nothing to do with that cat, but I don't want to get in the way of his blessing. If he's changing, I don't want to stop that. She never said my mother. She never said my father. Now, I know who my parents were because they're both gone. I know who they are. I know my mother's greed. I know my father's greed.
I know my mother's greed, my father's greed. Y'all see what Glorilla going through right now? The rapper Glorilla, you see her sister, little ugly little tomboy, that's out here trying to say, you're not taking care of us. Some people, when you make it, you got other family members that feel like you're obligated to take care of their grown asses. Pure survival. When you shouldn't be obligated to do a damn thing. You should want to get it yourself. Pure survival. You know what I'm saying? And you can look out for motherfuckers, but you know those money hungry people that don't want to do nothing and they just only want and feel like you're obligated to take care of them for the rest of their life. Pure survival. And Oprah knew that they was money hungry and brought them on there just to embarrass her. You know what I'm saying? That woman is crazy and need to be called out. You know what I mean? Smash that like button, guys. Double tap that screen.
He never said my father. Now, I know who my parents were because they're both gone. I know who they are. I know my mother's greed. I know my father's greed. And you did not say that you were going to have my parents. Because had you said you had my mother, now we had a conversation and I said to her, me and my mother are not in a good place.
Wow. I told her to her face, I don't rock with my mom right now. So you purposely interview her so then she could say stupid stuff out of her mouth. Yo, I'm telling you, these people been blackballing people in the industry, doing sick, demonic rituals. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say Nicki Minaj could be thrown off. Yes, she is off her rocker. Yes, you know what I'm saying? She does have a drug dealer with some of the best cocaine. But she was saying a lot of truth when she was talking about Jay-Z and the rest of them. Why would she say rituals on kids if that wasn't true?
Now, she said some things to me about her mother and father, which I'll never repeat.
And then there was Dave Chappelle, whom Oprah also tried to set up. It all happened after Dave appeared on Oprah's show after rejecting a $50 million deal with Comedy Central. Things got so bad between Dave and Central that he ran off to South Africa to lay low. But when he was narrating the story to Oprah, she kept interrupting him and forcing him to admit to false allegations about himself.
Increasingly paranoid. Would you say you were paranoid?
Sure. First of all, what is a black man without his paranoia? You might want to.
And that's the crazy part about it. They send you over to Oprah. Them people that was trying to offer Dave all of that money to sell his soul. Smash that like button for Dave Chappelle, guys. Y'all got to give it up to him. Dave did not sell his soul. And remember, since he didn't take that deal, they was talking about, oh, he's on crack, he's on drugs, and da-da-da-da-da. And he went all the way over to Africa to get drugs. Don't go to New York. Don't go to Philly. Don't go to Chicago. Don't go to all these different places where you can get drugs. You know what I'm saying? Right there, he went all the way to Africa to get drugs. No, Dave was trying to cast this man's soul. Dave said, fuck that, I am out. Y'all can keep the Dave Chappelle show. They was trying to change up his whole thing. You know what I'm saying? And he refused to do it. And Dave is the only one, to me, I feel like, that kind of made it out. Because he came back and they blackballed him, called them crackheads, all types of shit. And Dave still ended up coming on top. And he didn't have to sell his soul. He refused to take the money. But Oprah was sitting up here. Are you stressed? Are you got You knew what was going on, Oprah, because it happened with you. And you took the money. You know what I'm saying?
Allegations about himself.
Increasingly paranoid. Would you say you were paranoid?
Sure. First of all, what is a black man without his paranoia attack? You might win $100 in a poker game and be on the subway. You gonna look over your shoulder. They just said in everything I had $50 million. That's like making me a marked man.
So did you go to a psychiatric hospital?
In South Africa?
Yeah.
Who? I'm insane. They were trying to get me to take psychotic medication.
Yeah.
Wow, they was trying to get him to take psychotic medication. You hear her asking him, did you go to a mental home over there? Remember I was telling y'all, they go to the hospital, they go to the mental homes. Like the ones that sold their soul, I'm saying. You know what I mean? And if you don't, they're going to say you're crazy. They're going to put you in the hospital. They're going to do all of that. Yo, that shit is wild.
So did you go to a psychiatric hospital?
In South Africa?
Yeah.
Who? I'm insane. They were trying to get me to take psychotic medication.
Yeah.
So I'm not taking this medicine, man, because I know these people be trying to control you or maybe discredit you. I was afraid, like,
But you were stressed out. That's
there's
why.
no question. But it's very stressful for someone to constantly walk behind you and say, you're insane.
Oh, honey, it doesn't stop there. Taraji also had her own experience with Oprah. And this was almost the same thing as what happened with Monique.
And y'all remember with Taraji P, all of these actors, like I said, and Oprah was playing dumb, that she wanted to sell, they had to sell their soul, and if they didn't do it, they will blackball you and shit on you. It's not just blowing your back out. You know what I mean? It's not just trafficking young kids and all of that. Like they really, really, really superly demonic, like drive your whole life insane. You know what I mean? If you don't submit to them in so many different ways. You know what I mean? We need 300 more likes, guys. Everybody double tap that screen. Shout out to all of y'all. And the things that she did to Taraji P. And I don't know if Taraji was paid off because Taraji got quiet after a certain amount of time. You know what I'm saying? But Taraji was speaking out. She was saying shit. So I don't know if they was like, all right, Taraji, look, we're going to pay you off. Please stop saying this shit. Everybody that go to tell on them, you know what I mean? They make them sign NDAs. Come on, man. This game is demonic. This game is super demonic.
And say, you're insane.
Oh, honey, it doesn't stop there. Taraji also had her own experience with Oprah. And this was almost the same thing as what happened with Monique. It went down in 2023 when Taraji exposed someone for underpaying her. This was around the time she was promoting The Color Purple. Taraji later appeared in another interview with Oprah's BFF, Gayle King, and revealed that she was planning on quitting acting altogether. But while Taraji was having a mental breakdown on the show, Gayle was trying to gaslight her and making a joke of her pain.
And I heard on the street, Taraji, you had the audacity to say you're thinking about stopping acting. We said, stop talking. Are you thinking about it?
I'm just tired of working so hard, being gracious at what I do, getting paid a fraction of the cost.
And the only reason why she was getting to pay a fraction of the cost because she wasn't selling her soul. That's the thing. They're gonna have you working hard as hell. You know what I mean? And Taraji is a great actor, but you're not gonna get that bag, that Illuminati bag, unless you do these sick behaviors. Unless you sleep upside down with the freak on vampires. Unless you let us blow that back smooth off your motherfucking shoulders. And Taraji wouldn't do it. So they're giving her pennies, stressing her out, making her crash out so she can look demonic. And the whole time, here goes the crazy part. Gayle King is the one interviewing her. Oprah Winfrey, alleged girlfriend. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all think that Gayle King and Oprah Winfrey goes together. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all don't think so. Because I've been hearing it for years, that them two been sleeping together, having an affair. You know what I'm saying? Behind Stedman back, pure survival. In front of Stedman's face, pure survival. Not giving a damn about Stedman. So why would she make sure if somebody gonna interview you, Taraji, it's gonna be fucking Gayle King. And Gayle King gonna ask her questions on purpose. Make her look stupid on purpose. Make her cry out in front of the world so she can look crazy. I'm not dumb. I know what these people been doing. Smash that like button.
So hard. Being gracious at what I do, getting paid a fraction of the cost. I'm tired of hearing my sisters say the same thing over and over.
Now, the thing Taraji didn't know at the time was that she never really stood a chance against Oprah. She would have known that if she had just asked Monique. And that's not all, y'all. There have also been talks about how Oprah also sabotaged Terrence Howard after Terrence allegedly turned her down. Yeah, you heard that. So y'all remember the 2000.
Oh wow! So Oprah tried to smash Terrence Howard with the Jada Pinkett Miss Alopecia Timberland boots and a fitted ball cap, and Diddy try to smash Terrence? Terrence Howard said there are high-powered producers, stars, not just Diddy, all trying to smash him. That's crazy. So Oprah tried to smash him too. Wow. Smash that like button.
There have also been talks about how Oprah also sabotaged Terrence Howard after Terrence allegedly turned her down. Yeah, you heard that. So y'all remember the 2013 movie The Butler, in which Oprah and Terrence played love interests? Well, apparently, Oprah got carried away by some of the steamy scenes they had together and wanted a little bit more. Now, I'm not gonna lie. If these rumors are true, then I don't really blame Oprah, because Terrence definitely played into it too. For example, during the press run for the movie, Terrence went into details about how much he loved working with Oprah.
And I didn't even know that, guys. I gotta go back and watch this. Is this from the movie The Butler, guys? Because I remember seeing The Butler a long time ago, but I also heard Monique say she was supposed to be in The Butler. And Oprah Winfrey stole her role in the motherfucking joint. But so, listen, Terrence is just acting. Terrence is a great goddamn actor too, pure survival. So Oprah Winfrey was taking this shit serious. She really wanted to smash. She wanted to smash. Wow. I got to go back and look at that movie now, guys.
Oprah, because Terrence definitely played into it too. For example, during the press run for the movie, Terrence went into details about how much he loved working with Oprah because he got to touch and feel her huge assets.
To be able to make out with Oprah, to have love scenes with her and those tiggle bitties. I mean, she's such a lovely, voluptuous woman. So being able to, she's very, very, very beautiful. And
shout out to the lounge coming in the building, beautiful, pure survival. Listen, now you got to remember, this is when Terrence first getting in the game. Well, he got in the game years ago, but he's starting to reach a certain height in superstardom. He didn't know. I feel like he was just being charming. Like, oh, Oprah's sexy, she beautiful. I don't think he really felt that way. Pure survival. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all think that Terrence was really lusting on motherfucker Oprah. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all think that he was just being politically correct, just being nice and being charming and being funny. Oprah took that shit serious. And Terrence didn't realize you put that woman on your head by saying this stuff. You know what I mean? I think Terrence was fucking around, you know what I mean? And Oprah took that to the head. Oh yeah, you know what? He want to fuck. All right. Well, but she probably didn't push up on him right away because she knew Diddy was trying to smash. Diddy was trying to smash at that time. You know what I mean?
Because he got to touch and feel her huge assets.
To be able to make out with Oprah, to have love scenes with her and those tiggle bitties. I mean, she's such a lovely, voluptuous woman. So being able to, she's very, very, very beautiful. And that was wonderful. That was wonderful.
A lot of people were not here for this because they felt like he was reducing Oprah. But Oprah, on the other hand, had no problem with Terrence talking about those big old things. Girl, Oprah even said she would love to get down with Terrence off camera if he is down to have a good time.
So I would have loved to have been in Rolling in the Sheets with Terrence. I'd like to give that a try one afternoon.
Wow. So she definitely went and did that. You know what I'm saying? Because as I said, if you hear what Terrence Howard was saying, Terrence was just being funny. He was being funny, being charming, and being polite, trying to make her feel good. Pills of Bible saying, "Oh, Oprah, beautiful." He playing the game, coming in the game. He not realizing this bitch gonna show up in her vampire costume, that she's gonna fly through his window at night. Pills of Bible. You know what I'm saying? That she gonna be flying all around his fucking room like a bat, trying to suck his blood with her freak off vampire teeth. Oprah started taking that shit serious. Like, oh, I want to see this nigga behind the scenes. And the most disrespectful thing, guys, as I showed y'all, didn't y'all hear how Stedman was talking about how much he loved this motherfucker demon, Pills of Bible? Why is she on TV, national TV, talking about how she wanted to smash Terrence Howard when she was supposed to be in love with Stedman? She's been shitting on Stedman right in front. Yo, free Stedman, guys. Smash that like button for Stedman. You ain't gonna be talking about you want to smash another man and you supposed to be my woman on national motherfucking TV. She had no respect.
But Oprah, on the other hand, had no problem with Terrence talking about those big old things. Girl, Oprah even said she would love to get down with Terrence off camera if he is down to have a good time.
So I would have loved to have been in Rolling in the Sheets with Terrence. I'd like to give that a try one afternoon.
Wow.
Now, as I said, word on the street is Oprah didn't take Terrence's rejection very well. And she allegedly ended up back-talking him behind the scenes.
Wow.
And then there is Mariah Carey. Now, Oprah wasn't able to blackball Mariah as she did with everyone else. But she did something very similar to when she brought Monique's brother to her show for an interview. Okay, so in 2020, interview for Mariah's memoir, The Meaning of Mariah Carey, Mariah had a candid sit-down where she basically shared traumatic childhood stories, family issues, alleging her sister her, offered nose candy, and tried to give her to a pimp at age 12, feeling neglected, biracial struggles, crazy marriage to Tommy Mottola, and family treating her like an ATM with a wig on. People dragged Oprah for this interview.
Wow, so she purposely was trying to destroy Mariah Carey. How do she have a history of doing this stuff and this hasn't been brought to the surface? Now you're on a run, Oprah. You need to come forth. If Mariah Carey told you that these horrible things was going on with her, it's like she would use people's sick trauma, which seemed like all child molestation stuff, for ratings. We got 2,000 people, guys. Everybody smash that like button and double tap that screen. We need 1,000 likes in the building. Oprah, you've been doing these things for too long. And if these tapes come out, because I told you, they said that you paid $700,000 or something for a Justin Bieber tape, or $70,000. Like, I can't wait for all this shit to come out. But Mariah Carey, though, you did her dirty too. That's wild.
Biracial struggles, crazy marriage to Tommy Mottola, and family treating her like an ATM with a wig on. People dragged Oprah for this interview, accusing her of asking Mariah too many personal questions on TV.
You grew up in a house where you're constantly afraid, and you were able to figure out, literally as a little kid, since when the violence was coming, right?
Yeah, that was a thing, and it's described, you know, through the kind of the feeling of when it's a storm that's about to happen, and
Rage,
extremely violent, yes.
And unpredictably so. So the thing when you're living in an environment where you don't know where it's going to come from, you're always constantly walking on eggshells in a state of anxiety yourself. And a sister who, I don't know, how would you describe your sister?
I would say troubled. I would say traumatized.
But guess who was watching all this and prepping up to expose her? Cat Williams. One thing about Cat is that he isn't going to come out to say something unless he has proof of it. And from
Smash that like button for Cat. Her asking them purposely as uncomfortable questions that she didn't even want to answer. I know she didn't want to answer that. Like, yo, this is just insane in the motherfucking membrane. You know what I'm saying? And there's more that's coming out. And the thing with even Candace Owens, right? Now, I'm not really like a big fan of hers. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like I don't dislike her either. She got her own little thing going on. But the shit she was saying about Jay-Z, like all of this stuff, man, is coming out. Smash that like button. Listen what Candace Owens saying about Jay-Z.
That might not be right either. So just give me some more time to look into it. But the point is Jay-Z was mentioned here, and it was in the context of being with Harvey Weinstein, watching somebody be assaulted. I'll definitely have more for you guys. And basically a bunch of people rightfully unfollowed Jay-Z. I have not been a Jay-Z fan for a very long time. It is very obvious. He sold us out to the feds. He's clearly working for the feds. I have always believed that
She said Jay-Z is working for the feds. Smash that like button if y'all agree with her. Now, that's a different angle. Because once upon a time, they said that Diddy was working for the feds. You know what I'm saying? Like, because there is like a Fed connection along with all of this, but I don't know how it works. Because at some point, I guess if you do work for them, they kick you out or something. The feds end up like saying, well, look, you done gotten to too much shit. Like the higher uppers above the feds, like, all right, look, we got to take him down. He can't work for you no motherfucker more. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like if that's the case, then the feds is like, all right, we got to send you to the wolves. We don't need your work no more. You fucked up with people that's paying our checks. Yo, it's a wild type of mystery thing. And when I did think that Jay-Z probably was working with the feds, honestly, was when Diddy got taken down. I felt like Jay-Z and Beyonce, that they knew that Diddy was about to go to jail, and they cooperated with the feds. I remember they were saying that the feds was going and questioning people. They knew, look, if we give him up, Diddy did everything, boom, 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 we ain't got nothing to do with that, da, da, da. And Jay-Z was able to sweep the fucking floor for everything that was coming to him, he was able to get away with. So I kind of believe that shit too. I do believe Candace with that right there too.
And it was in the context of being with Harvey Weinstein, watching somebody be assaulted. I'll definitely have more for you guys. And basically a bunch of people rightfully unfollowed Jay-Z. I have not been a Jay-Z fan for a very long time. It is very obvious. He sold us out to the feds. He's clearly working for the feds. I have always believed that the individual that came forward and was honest about what was happening with Diddy and Cass and talking about how the feds do deal with rappers, they give them tons of money and then they move drugs in. That just felt like the correct thing. Like my assumption when it came to Jay-Z was obviously what he was involved in. And so, yeah, Nicki Minaj had a lot to say because she feels vindicated in many ways about speaking about how the hip hop industry works, that you have to get involved with a lot of this stuff. And if you don't, they will essentially blackball you. And, you know.
Wow. See, and she's saying that she agreed with Nicki Minaj too. You have to get involved in these sick illegal things or else they will blackball you. You know what I'm saying? Smash that like button, guys. We got 2,300 people. We need 300 more likes. 300 people, double tap that screen right now, especially if you agree with Nicki Minaj. You may not agree with her with Donald. You may agree with her with Donald. But understand this. I agree with the part that she said about Jay-Z and other fucking people, that they have to reach a certain level, they got to do some dirt. I feel like all of them, even in politics, they got to do some illegal shit. Pure survival. You know what I mean? To reach a certain level. You're not going to reach a certain height if you don't get down with the freak off get down. and do some illegal shit. I'm sorry, guys. That's what it's looking like to me. Smash that like button.
Because she feels vindicated in many ways about speaking about how the hip hop industry works, that you have to get involved with a lot of this stuff. And if you don't, they will essentially blackball you. And you know what? Ye has spoken about how you get blackballed in the industry. He was obviously too sleepy, never got to those tweets that he was going to author because he was very tired and he needed a nap. But he was about to let loose on a bunch of people who were doing the blackballing. And I do very much believe that Jay-Z is a part of that. That, like I said, feels to me like common sense. And I think more will come out and people are unfollowing him. Anyways, here's what Nicki Minaj had to say. She wrote, "Your favorite artist has been practicing rituals in a satanic cult where they take babies from other countries and kill them as a form of blood sacrifice to their god."
Wow, a form of blood sacrifice to their god. Like I said, I don't care how good them drugs that Nicki Minaj be, snorting, allegedly the powder. I don't care how good the powder is. I do not think she making up no shit like this. For her to say your favorite artist has been participating in rituals in a satanic cult where they take babies from other countries and, oh my God, and manipulate and kill them as a form of a blood sacrifice to their god. Why would Nicki Minaj say some shit like that? Pure survival. She literally said that they unalived them. Yes, sweetheart, you see this? That's like super duper crazy for her to say. Why ain't Jay-Z and them out here suing her right now? If this is false, they're running. They're running. 50 Cent was talking about Jay-Z and Beyonce left the country. And people still speculating, did they really leave? And then Oprah's getting up, leaving, or left already. It is something big about to take place, guys. We need 200 more likes. Everybody double tap that screen. We need them 200 likes, like literally right now. This is crazy. It's not only did she just say that it's a blood sacrifice, she said to their God. Who is their God that she talking about? So they have like some sort of Illuminati God that's running that industry, man. It is crazy as hell. And then Will Smith, best friend, said the same thing with that Scientology stuff. This can't be just no coinky dink. And Oprah Winfrey had them schools with them young kids. Goddamn, let Nicki Minaj cook. I'm sorry. Let Nicki Minaj cook.
She wrote, "Your favorite artist has been practicing rituals in a satanic cult where they take babies from other countries and kill them as a form of blood sacrifice to their god. You see, when your master is Satan, you must constantly shed blood. However, the jig is up." And yeah, she's not the first person in Hollywood to say that. I mean, every time we show you things, even when we showed you the CERN activity that was happening, which somebody caught on tape.
And look at this. And then even when, do y'all remember when Beyonce's skin complexion started to change? Pure survival. Put a one in the chat if y'all noticed that Beyonce started looking real white. You know what I mean? Just like out of nowhere. She was light skinned, but then she started looking literally like, and I defended Beyonce, pure survival. People were saying that Beyonce looked like Michael Jackson. I said, she don't look like Michael Jackson. She might look like Jermaine. She might look like Tito. But I'm not going to let y'all say that she looked like Michael Jackson. But I knew in my heart, damn, she looking more like Michael every single day. But I said maybe one of Michael's siblings. But her skin complexion started to change out of no goddamn where. And that's a part of that Illuminati stuff too. Smash that like button, guys. Everybody in the building. Let me not miss the super chat. I can't miss MZD. Shout out to MZD hitting that super chat. Pure survival. Respect to you. You know what I'm saying? We need 100 more likes. We got 2,400 people. This is crazy. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy.
Not the first person in Hollywood to say that. I mean, every time we show you things, even when we showed you the CERN activity that was happening, which somebody caught on tape, they just came out and were like, oh, we were just faking. That was just like fun. That's what scientists do. They dress up in the middle of the night and pretend to stab women before a statue of Shiva. That's kind of what they told us about CERN. I just don't know how much could be in our face anymore before we wake up and realize these people are ruling over us, and they win when we're fighting with each other. That's just reality. I really don't see how you can have a ton of success in Hollywood and not be in the club.
Wow, see? She said, I don't see how you can have a ton of success in Hollywood and not be a part of the club. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a club and it is real. There is no more thinking that it's not. It is a club. And if you want to reach the certain level of billionaire, private jets, shit like that, then you have to sell your soul. You have to accept what's happening to young kids. You got to partake in that stuff. You got to be a part of all of the freaky motherfucking deaky. You know what I'm saying? If you really want to, you know what I mean? Like, it is crazy, guys. That's why I don't mind flying Spirit. I don't mind flying da 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 da. Like, I don't give a damn about a private damn jet. I'll get on the damn bus like Spike Lee right now before I sell my soul for a freak off jelly roll. I'll go to New York and get on one of the most pissiest subways and sit there with the motherfuckers sitting there drunk, winos, homeless people. I don't give a damn. I'd rather be down with them because I know that they really who they are. They really being themselves. These motherfuckers will paint a picture to you, piss a Bible, and it's a whole different thing. That's why when you turn the lights off, I told you, these demons glow in the dark. All of them glow in the dark. I bet you Oprah Winfrey glow in the dark. If you turn off all the fucking lights, I bet you she glows in the dark. I don't trust none of them. Smash that like button, guys.
People are ruling over us, and they win when we're fighting with each other. That's just reality. I really don't see how you can have a ton of success in Hollywood and not be in the club, because Hollywood was founded upon this. Hollywood Babylon, we spoke to you about this. In our book club, they quite literally imported people from Vienna, where Sigmund Freud was, where his boys were. They imported them and they made them directors, they made them actors, they made them actresses, and they were tasked with destroying Christianity, just as they were doing upon the European continent. I don't have time to tell you guys about World War II. Just assume that everything that they told you is incorrect and upside down. They're lying about what happened yesterday. They sure as hell are not telling us the truth about what happened during World War II. And I just
see Candace go real deep into it. Like, she go real deep into that stuff. Galen just hit that super chat and said, ban the guy who said is they gatekeeping. Yeah, hey, listen, shout out to you. Thanks for hitting that super chat. Like, even if they don't know that there's gatekeepers and all that stuff like that, I let them stay and let them play and let them believe what they want to believe. You know what I mean? Because people like me, you, and the other people whose eyes are open, we're going to continue to open their eyes regardless. If they want to think that these are some innocent people and people don't say, no, don't let him in, don't let that person in, don't let her in, da 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 da. If they don't do this and don't do that, then let them be blind. We're not blind anymore. We know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Everybody double tap that screen. We only need 99 likes. 99 more people hit that like button and we hit our quota, which is 1,000 likes. But let's keep rocking and rolling.
Really care what you call me. It's time for everyone to wake up. And we're not getting all these files. Obviously, they are protecting a ton of people. The fact that you can't find like the Adelsons in here is completely ridiculous. The people that are still in power, like they're active agents in America today, are all being protected, which is why it was super interesting to see them sort of throw Peter Thiel under the bus. That was interesting. Like I said, you can trace this stuff through politics, through Hollywood, Jewish occultist mystics that established these industries.
What would y'all know? Yo, that is crazy. Like, she said that, wow, man. She said that pretty much the people like in power, they're kind of hiding them. She said like certain people names is not even going to come out because they done paid their way to you know what I'm saying? That's why I shout out like that lady Salome Bellis, the psychic lady, was saying that all of this shit was gonna happen. And it's been happening. She said this shit a couple years ago with Jay-Z and them, said that the government, and they were saying all these things that I used to laugh at. I used to be like, these people crazy. I don't believe none of that. I believe all of that stuff now. That she was telling the truth, and a lot of other people.
What I am seeing is Jay-Z's beginning, okay? So the succession of being unraveled in the next 3 years starts with a burglary of something. So Jay-Z is in the process of having some connection to missing burglarized items, and it's going to come up around him. That's the first marker, and I'm not sure what it is he steals. I don't know if this is a stolen song, a stolen item, a stolen car. I don't know what it is, but it is a burglary of something I have stolen, and now I'm being accused of taking this. And that is the beginning of it, because they will start nosing around with him. So there's like a lot of nosing around. It's in the theft of something. And by theft, I don't quite know what I mean by that, but it's by the theft of something. And when you look at that, it just draws attention to him, and they don't like attention drawn to them. I also feel...
Wow, and they don't like attention drawn to them. You see how Jay-Z get when people talking about him? He don't like attention drawn on him. Jay-Z don't like to talk. He don't speak to regular people. He say, me and Beyonce, up in the clouds, me and my spouse, rumors on the ground, they're getting too loud. Please turn them shits down. He already let you know, I'm in the clouds. I look down on y'all. She's on point. I thought Candace Owens was anti-woke now. She's saying, wake up. She said modern day racism doesn't exist. Now, she definitely was wrong on that. Neelan, shout out to Neelan. That's why I say, like, I don't really, you know what I'm saying, follow her like that. But the part about the industry thing, I believe that. Now, that right there, yeah, you're on point 100% with that. You know what I'm saying? That's why, like I said, that part of her, I don't listen to. You know what I mean? Because I feel like racism definitely exists, but I'm not even going to get into that because I know that I'm not racist. You see what Donald Trump just posted. Donald Trump posted motherfucking, what is it? Barack and his wife in monkey suits just earlier today. Donald Trump just did that. Like I said, I don't get into it. I judge people off of who people is. You know what I mean? Just because one black person do something wrong, it's not all of us. Just because one white person do something wrong to me, I don't think they're all bad. I let the other people, them racist people, be racist all the hell they want. I'll stay away from them. You know what I'm saying? Like just because Beyonce's breath stinks, I'm not gonna think that Carrie Hilson's breath stink. I gotta smell Carrie Hilson's breath first to be like, oh damn, okay, so Carrie breath stink too. You know what I mean? I'm not just gonna accuse her of her breath stinking just because Beyonce breath stink. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, smash that like button,
For
guys.
saying this, I sound really weird, but I also feel that when they sleep at night, they sleep in coffins. So
oh, see? Oh my God, Salome Bellum, shout out to this goddamn woman, Pure Bible. I didn't even know she said this. She says she think that Jay-Z and Oprah Winfrey, all them sick people in Hollywood, Epstein, Einstein, Weinstein, Trumpstein, all of these people sleep in coffins. Now, I told you that's a different level. I told y'all always that I think that they sleep upside down. I think that it's a freak off dungeon. I think they sleep upside down, and you have to have garlic on your neck. If you don't have garlic or a medallions with garlic imprinted in them, that's why I have all this garlic on right now, Pills of Bible. You know what I'm saying? Because it burns their eyes. It burns their eyes. It blocks the demons, the freak off demons away from you. Sweetheart, baby, did you just hear this? Salome Bellum said that they sleep in coffins. I told y'all that they were freak off vampires and they sleep upside down. So me and Stallone is like on the same belief system of them being demonic. You know what I mean? D just hit that super chat and said, where did Trump post a picture of the Obamas? You got to look it up. D, shout out to D hitting that super chat. It just happened today. Donald Trump posted, and it's like all over. It's like super viral right now. And they're like Donald Trump, they posted this, and it's on his joint. Like it's out of the Donald Trump. He posted some shit, some racist shit earlier. But listen to her say it's on TMZ. Baby, look, my baby said it's on TMZ, guys. You know what I'm saying? And smash that like button and make sure y'all go to www.puresurvivalmerch.com and get your merch today. I told y'all to protect yourself. The garlic candles. I'm gonna have the medallions up there with the garlic imprinted in them up there soon too, to protect y'all, man. This is wild.
To them. I also feel, forgive me for saying this, I sound really weird, but I also feel that when they sleep at night, they sleep in coffins. So what do I mean by that? They sleep not like you and I, they sleep in a different way, and they don't sleep till we get up. So there's a whole other shift in energy. If you were to get, they're like underground. Maybe that's what I want to say. It's
Wow.
an underground energy that is not observed by most people on this planet. So the behavior is beneath the surface, and that is part of what is going to be their unraveling. It's very weird energy, and I'm like all over the place again, but that is going to be the unraveling, is that they are connected energetically to a different source. And I see them connected through the solar plexus, so they hang, okay?
Oh my God, Stabella, how the fuck? Yo, I've never talked to this woman ever in life, Pure Survival. I've never talked to her. I told y'all that they sleep upside down. And I'm just hearing this right here. I've never heard this. She said that they hang upside. I said that. These people, oh my God, that is crazy. That is crazy.
Is that they are connected energetically to a different source. And I see them connected through the solar plexus. So they hang, okay, so hang, like from the stomach, hang, like when you rise up out of the body, meaning they're not presently grounded in their physical body. I'm talking Jay-Z. Not grounded, but of course his wife, because the two are synonymous. But through the solar plexus, and so puppeteered out like that. So the behavior of them is completely controlled, and it's going to start unraveling. We give them way too much power. They're controlled by other entities around them. There is something with Justin Bieber coming up that's going to drag Jay-Z down the rabbit hole with him. So we have this connection like this, and it's going to go down.
And we seen all of this. This woman was predicting this stuff. And then you seen Justin Bieber, the shit come out with him and Diddy. And like I said, Oprah allegedly bought a tape to keep from coming out with Justin Bieber. You know what I'm saying? I heard about that last year, early last year, or the year before that. And then you seen Justin Bieber coming out having an affair with Jaden Smith while he was married. Pure Survival. He was sitting there kissing and making out in public, not giving a damn. Jaden, we're gonna make love out here. I know Tyler, the Creator, he broke up with you because you keep putting him on blast. Tyler, the Creator, that's my boyfriend right there. Like he didn't even want nobody to know that him and Jaden was going together. And Jaden gonna tell the whole damn world. So that's why Tyler, the Creator, broke up with him. And then Miss Alopecia, Jada Pinkett, Pure Survival, was allegedly smashing Tyler, the Creator, behind her own son, Jaden Smith's back. But anyway, Justin Bieber, y'all see he just came out buck-ass naked at the Grammy Awards a couple days ago. He came out on stage in his boxers, no other clothes on. And I said, I feel like he was releasing the demons, these sick vampires that been hovering over him, doing these nasty things to him all his life since he was a kid. I feel like Justin Bieber was letting go. And his wife, Haley, was in the audience right there looking at him. And I got to give a shout out to Haley Bieber, Pure Survival, because I feel like Haley know what happened to Justin. And she was being supportive of him in that audience, knowing Justin Bieber's about to get naked. It was something about Justin doing what he did at that goddamn Grammy Awards. You're not going to tell me there was nothing playing in the fact that that boy went and took his clothes off. Buck ass naked up there with a guitar, talking about in the city. Maybe when a new con, but you con, but a new song now. Want to move too slow and want to move faster. Give me the password. Slide City, Slide City. You know what that means? So you know I'm a Justin Bieber fan. Praise the Bible. I don't give a damn what happened to Justin. I mean, I do, but I'll never judge him. If Justin came out right now and said, look, Diddy buttered my biscuit when I was a kid, praise the Bible, I'm going to be mad at Diddy Glover. I'm not going to be mad at Justin or any of these young minors because that was out of their control. Praise the Bible. They had nothing to do with it. They couldn't control what was happening to them during survival. You know what I'm saying? But I love Justin Bieber's music, and I did since I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? That's why I told y'all I can't be racist. I can't be racist. My oldest niece, and this is why I'm going to tell y'all I can't be racist. My oldest niece, this is how I found out about Justin Bieber during survival. My niece, my chocolate little niece, same color complexion as me. When I would go and visit my brother, I'll go, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking to her. She said, Uncle, come look at my room. She got pictures of Justin Bieber all around her motherfucking walls. Justin Bieber everywhere. I'm like, who is this little white boy that you got on your wall? Who the little white boy? She's like, he's Uncle. Uncle is Justin Bieber. I'm just feeling like, look, you ain't ready to be having boys on your wall, right? She is like, no, Uncle, listen to him. Listen to him. I didn't even want to listen to Justin Bieber. She put the song on. The motherfucker said, when I hurt, when the price was to knock, knock. We even doing what there's nothing to it's all we got. And we gonna keep climbing to the mountaintop. Your world is my world. And then I'm in the motherfucker, gonna be my one love, my one heart, making time for you. Let me tell you one time. I fell in love with Justin Bieber's music. I'm telling you, my niece came and visited me. I had Justin Bieber posters all around my motherfucking wall. No Diddy. I wouldn't put Justin Bieber posters up my motherfucking shit. Then I understood it. I said, damn, I done became a fan. You got Unc sitting here with Justin Bieber posters up this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I could be driving in the car. I'm talking about anybody in the car talking and Justin on the radio. I say everybody be the fuck quiet. Justin Bieber is playing. There's certain people you can't talk when their songs is playing on the radio. You know what I'm talking about? Justin Bieber, come on, picture perfect. Me don't need no anthem. Gorgeous, make them drop down. She a killer. Shower you with all my intention. Yeah, these are my only invention. Turn the fuck down. Don't touch that radio. But this is why I've been going at these Hollywood sick demonic people. You know what I'm saying? From being fans of these people, of these children that got older and knowing that they went through these horrors and these traumas. You know what I mean? When their talent should have got them there. Guys, smash that like button. Salute to everybody in the building. I apologize for all my singing. I apologize. I can't sing to save my life. Pure survival. But y'all understand what I'm trying to say.
There is something with Justin Bieber coming up that's going to drag Jay-Z down the rabbit hole with him. So we have this connection like this, and it's going to go down, down, down. It's more of a procuring issue rather than like fundamentally hands-on issue. So it's more profiteering than it is hands-on, is how I would word that. That I get Jay-Z connected to Clive Davis, connected to P. Diddy, and so there's a succession of things happening. Clive is old right now, so he's probably next in line, but I'm kind of shooting off with Chris Brown, and then I'm shooting off with Justin Bieber, and then I'm kind of going to MC Hammer. Like,
wow, motherfucking MC Hammer. Too legit to quit. Hey, hey. Clive Davis and Clive Davis shitty diapers should have been got taken down. I don't know what took them so long to get that motherfucker. Pure survival. He didn't give a damn what was going on with Whitney Houston. He kept the damn show going as finding out that this woman passed away and she made all that money for you, Clive. That's why I don't care when them nurse, the nurse people, the caretakers, when they leave Clive Davis in that shitty diaper with the pissy pamper and everything, and doodle and piss, I don't care. Leave him in that shitty diaper. Cause that's how you left goddamn Whitney Houston. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to RS1. Just hit that super chat. Pure Bible. Residence Evil for real. It's not a game. It's not a game, RS1. Residence Evil. You are right. These people are evil. I'm surprised Clive Davis ain't get locked up yet. It's like y'all waiting till this motherfucker. But see, this is the thing. I feel like the demons that haven't been arrested in Hollywood, they will be arrested in hell. Because if you get to pass away, trust me, I'm talking about slave owners, all of them people that were just killing people and owning people and harming people and R-wording people. Their next life literally was hell. Because I feel like when we pass away, it don't just go dark. It don't go pitch black. I feel like your next life starts right after you pass away. Like it's like when a new baby is being born and you passing away, you're being born again. That's just how I feel. Pure Bible. Those motherfuckers go straight to hell. To anybody that got away doing shit to little kids, doing all these horrible things, you didn't get away. Your next life is straight hell and fire. Pure Bible. You ain't gonna start brand goddamn new, fresh. No, you starting fresh in hell. Pure survival.
With Chris Brown, and then I'm shooting off with Justin Bieber, and then I'm kind of going to MC Hammer. Like, it's happening. These people are being used on different levels to take other people's money, clean it, move things all about the country under the guise of their creative talents. Now, Jay-Z, this is going to come to a screeching halt. Screeching halt. Russell Simmons pops up in the conversation, okay? In the conversation. So I have not heard head nor tail of Russell Simmons. He pops right in right now. For months. I mean, he went off somewhere and who the hell knows where he went. Those words, that hiding, will come to play in the future months. We're going to see conversation from Russell Simmons. It's either behind the scenes, something that is going to bring about a change in how the public looks at Jay-Z. There's like all kinds of things going on. He has a target directed at him because people want him found out. Beyonce.
And that's why I'm trying to find out, who did Jay-Z mess up with? You see why Russell Simmons said, I'm getting the fuck on. Pure survival. Russell left the country. He the only one that got away in time. Russell, Ellen, you know what I'm saying? Like a few people. What's that one? Ashton Kutcher, Leonardo. I'm like wondering why all these people is running, leaving the country. Because it's a certain time when you go against the machine. You knew you was a part of these rituals. You knew you was a part of all this sick shit. And when they don't want to be a part of it no more. That's what I feel like. These people that signed up for some stuff, when they don't want to be a part of it no more, and they try to get out of it, that's when they come for you. Like you seen it with Diddy, with the Ciroc thing. Jay-Z did something with somebody, Oprah, all of them that's being exposed now. It's somebody above them, guys, that's pulling the strings. That's, man, this shit is getting deep, guys. It's so much. Smash that like button, guys.
There's like all kinds of things going on. He has a target directed at him because people want him found out. Beyonce does as well. This is what they're doing. Changing the candle wax, upping the game, upping the ante. The energy is very, very odd, but this is what I feel. So to another weird energy, when I'm looking at the children of a lot of celebrity people, I realize that these are, I'll use the word synthetics, but they act synthetic. I'm not saying they're not human. I'm just saying synthetically inclined. I can't read the energy. And if I can't read the energy as a barometer, if I can't look at you in the eyes and read your energy and see what you're doing, then there is something that is blocking me from doing so. And now it can be a block by them, but but it can also be because they come from a different origin source, okay? So what they've done in our society is they've gotten us so used to in vitro and having babies in test tubes. Do we really know if someone chooses to do that in a higher echelon, the elite as they call them, in a higher echelon, do we really know exactly what is going to happen with those creations? Because we don't. And Jay-Z and Beyonce are kind of at that level where we're not really sure where that energy came from. Whatever, it's blocked. Now, and here's what I'm getting. I am getting both Jay-Z and Beyonce, because see, he procures her out there. He is her handler, and he is the one that pushes her out there public, and then he profits off her. So we're looking at...
And Solange said that. Solange said that. You know what I mean? And that's why Solange was so passionate when she beat Jay-Z up in that elevator. She was saying that he controlled Beyonce. You know what I mean? That Jay-Z allegedly keeps her high. Like, you know, keeps her high so she can just go along with it. Why you think he spoke out at that Grammy Awards talking about Beyonce ain't getting enough motherfucking credit and da-da-da? That's when I felt like Jay-Z shouldn't have spoke out. And everybody was like, oh my God, Jay-Z just said fuck it at the Grammy Awards, just crashed out. and nobody said nothing. I bet you them people was like, all right, okay, so now he's thinking that like Diddy. Oh, he think that he got to a certain level now that he could say whatever he want to say. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody in the building. So he think that he can say whatever he want to say. No, we're not going to carry it in that manner. You know what I mean? And Salone Bella was saying this shit. And like I said, I'm not going to front. Salone, if you watching this, I used to be like, this lady don't know what the fuck she talking about. I used to laugh too. Salone, now I'm convinced. Because everything you were saying a few years ago is happening now. That's why I'm like, I'm scared of you.
Jay-Z and Beyonce, because see, he procures her out there. He is her handler, and he is the one that pushes her out there public, and then he profits off her. So we're looking at, and I don't care how much talent you think they have. I don't care how much talent you think they have. She was chosen for him. It is a karmic thing looking at their chart, but she was chosen for him in order to help him get where he needed to go. So she's the muse, but let's use this in a different way. Sometimes we use the word muse in the terms of profiteering off of it.
See, and that's what 50 Cent said. Shout out to 50. 50 said Jay-Z and Beyonce had a marriage contract. He straight said that. He said, look at how Jay-Z only had he didn't have no Grammys or I think maybe one or some type of shit. He said, soon as he signed that marriage contract with motherfucker Beyonce, Jay-Z just shot to the moon. Pure Bible. Then this weird ass hairstyle started to appear. And that's what 50 said he stole from the gay painter. He stole from the gay painter. Shout out to the LBG community. Pure Bible. You know what I'm saying? So 50 was saying this exact thing. This is all business. This is all ritualistic type of crazy demonic stuff that these people do. There is no real love. I would, you know what I mean? Okay, I'm gonna sign a contract with you. We're doing this for careers, but we really don't love each other. This is, that is just demonic.
How much talent you think they have. She was chosen for him. It is a karmic thing looking at their chart, but she was chosen for him in order to help him get where he needed to go. So she's the muse, but let's use this in a different way. Sometimes we use the word muse in the terms of profiteering off of it. He's very aware of entertainers, male and female, where he needs to go to keep his money coming in and what he's actually selling. Now this connects him to R. Kelly. High level pimping and pandering for the music industry through the trafficking, my camera cut off when I said trafficking, through the trafficking of human beings, okay? So I'm going to put that out there in that fashion. You, me, them, we're going to start seeing through the veil when it comes to Jay-Z, and within 3 years, public favor is removed. Now, he's not the first one to go down behind P. Diddy, but he's a close second. So it's a combination that's coming after him. And when they take him down, down, they're going to take Beyonce down behind him.
Wow. And that is crazy that she said this in 2024. Look what's happening right now. I'm sorry, guys. Like I'm sorry. We are witnessing this happen. Hold on, let me see. Yep, this was May. Oh, that she said that 5 years ago? That is crazy. No, like I can't even say Jag is crazy now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I never actually did. I actually believed her from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? But I know a lot of people was saying that, you know what I mean, that she was thrown, that she was thrown off. But now I see all of this stuff coming and it's been unfolding. You know what I mean? Guys, whatever y'all want to say, make sure, you know what I mean, go ahead and say what y'all want to say. I'm going to read some of y'all comments. Y'all got to understand, inside of the comments, it's going too fast. You know, yes, she's on it. Yeah, it's saying a lot. My baby said, smash that like button and go to www.puresurvivalmerch.com. The damn devil. Pure Survival. Yup, evil coming down. Evil is coming down. Yup, she been around a while. Speak on it. What happening with Oprah? Oh, Oprah's haul ass, and that's what's happening. Will Smith is sick too. Oh yeah, we done heard that with Will. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Bilal, his friend that's out the hospital. I can't wait till he get on the interviews and start speaking, because he's about to start speaking a lot. Guys, listen, it's easier when you hit the super chat. I don't give a damn if it's 99 cents. The comments is going fast. I can read it easier from the damn super chat. But somebody say, Jay-Z, she on house arrest when they are evil fallen. Salome Bella predicted Diddy's downfall. Yes, it's crazy, man, how these people knew. Like, man, like I said, I wasn't taking them serious when I was hearing this shit. You know what I mean? Have you ever seen a video with the women talking about how she was kidnapped by CIA? No, I got to see that. Don't trigger about her. Christ is king. Tupac warned us. Yes, Tupac did talk about this a long time ago. Tupac was the first person that I've ever heard speaking about, like, the Illuminati. Once upon a time, I was afraid. Like, back then, you couldn't talk about that. Like, I was scared to even come on YouTube to mention, to just even say the word Illuminati. You know what I'm saying? Because when Tupac was saying it, nobody was talking about it. It was like, what is this dude talking about? You know what I'm saying? And then it started to come out that it was really a real secret society, a real freak-off secret society, you know? And that's why I talk about them being freak-off vampires, because I feel like once they suck your blood and take your virginity, you know what I mean, run inside your tasty cakes, blow your back out, you become one of those freak off vampires. So a lot of them, like Ray J, just like Ray J. You don't think Ray J was with all of the freaky motherfucking deaky? But when Ray J started just coming in as Brandy's brother, you know what I mean? Just coming in as Brandy's brother, it's like, get the fuck on out of here. You ain't nobody. You just motherfucking Moesha brother. Ray J had to make a name for himself. He had to get his backbone to the moon. Then, allegedly, Ray J say he didn't do it. I'm not going to say Ray J did, with the Whitney Houston thing, because Ray J denies it. But it's in the air. I don't know whether he did it or not. Whether if Ray J sold drugs to Whitney Houston, and let's just say he didn't know that the higher uppers gave him the drugs and then he gave it to her, or if Ray J knew what he was giving Whitney Houston. I don't know. It's just too much mysterious things that been happening in the industry. Even with Michael Jackson. When they say Michael Jackson was unalived, around this time, I didn't believe none of that stuff. Her baby said, yup, Jamil, what she say? Yup, Jamil speaking facts. Thank you so much, sweetheart. You know what I mean? Like Michael Jackson, I never wanted to believe in that stuff. I'm like, so you saying somebody killed Michael? Then when I started to look back as an older person, this doctor giving Michael Jackson drugs that you don't even get in the hospital. Like, you got to go through a whole bunch of shit. Like, he walking around with stuff that could not just put you to sleep, but put you in a whole coma. You like the shit Michael got, I'll take that shit right now and I probably won't wake up until the summertime. How was he allowed to do that? So, like I said, I look at these things. I've always laughed at people with conspiracy theories. I've always never believed in it. But sorry, after seeing a lot of this stuff, I believe it. I really do. Now, I'm not going to say I believe every single conspiracy theories, but I'm no longer biased to the conspiracy theories because a lot of this shit has been coming out. I'm sorry. How do you go from saying Jay-Z next years ago, and then he comes up on a freak off platter that Diddy's going to be next, or Diddy's going to be, and then it all ended up coming to truth. It's just too much stuff. And Oprah, you've been running and ducking and hiding and doing sick things and gatekeeping for a long time and hugging pervs right in front of our face. Oprah would say, hey, yes, it happened to me when I was a kid. You could be telling Oprah that you was molested as a kid, and I just feel like Oprah just come out and just agree with you. She just tried to say the same thing happened to her. You could be sitting in front of Oprah, look, yeah, when I was a kid, I fell off my bicycle. That's how I got this mark right here, guys, to be honest. When I was like 11 years old, I was going to go collect crayfish. You know what I'm saying? And I put my bike down, me and my friends, I'm like 10 years old, and I tripped and fell at the creek on the back of the my back tire, and my cheek, I landed and my cheek went into my handlebars. You know how you riding a bike with handlebars but no grip? My bike was ghetto on the motherfucker. I ain't had no goddamn grips. So it was all metal. You know that circle part? This shit, I fell from all the way up here, all the way down and this part of my face went into my handlebar. Do you understand when I came home 11 years old with my mom? I'm like, Mom, I wasn't even really crying, but I had blood running down my face. My mom was so scared. She rushed me to the hospital, and they had to take my face and sew the shit back together. You know what I'm saying? But that was as a kid. I don't even know where that came from. Like, I done threw myself off thinking about my own child traumas. Yeah, I mean, it's Miz just hit that super chat. But guys, why did I start talking about that? Can y'all get me back to where the fuck I was at? I started thinking about me getting hurt on a bicycle. Oh, no. If I would have told Oprah that, Oprah would have lied right in front of my face and said, yo, I fell on a bicycle too. I don't think nothing happened to Oprah when she was a kid. I'm sorry. I think that she just plays off of people's trauma, you know what I'm saying, and then pretend that she's a victim too. Because how the hell you going to say you was a victim of child molestation and you kissing on Weinstein in front of the whole goddamn world? You hanging out with Epstein over there at his freak-off islands. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get it. I'm not hanging. If somebody molested me as a kid, I'm not hanging with nobody that's been accused of the shit, that's friends with somebody who did that. Anything to do with a kid, you out your mind. I mean, shout out to Doll Baby. Doll Baby. I'm at my birthday today, guys. Everybody say happy birthday to Doll Baby. Pure Survival. And Doll Baby just hit that super chat, and it's her birthday today. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to you, Doll Baby. Check it out, Doll Baby. I'm going to do something for you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Doll motherfucker baby. Happy birthday to you. You know what I mean? Salute to you. You know what I mean? This is my birthday month too. God damn it. My birthday, February the 27th. Okay? So, and, you know, me and my baby going to be in Mexico, Cancun, turning up for my birthday. So y'all stay tuned for that. My birthday coming up too, God armor. So shout out to you. I hope you have a great birthday. You know, this is your day. Remember that. It's your day. You can do whatever you want to do, even if you don't have, just like I tell people with Valentine's Day. Some people are like, look, I'm not celebrating Valentine's Day or stuff like that because I'm not in a relationship. You don't have to be in a relationship with yourself. If you're not with anybody, if you're not, be in love with yourself. Buy yourself a goddamn box of chocolates. Spill the Bible. Buy yourself a teddy bear. It don't matter. Love on yourself. Give yourself a big hug. Especially if you did good all year. You know that you're positive. You know you're not into these demonic things like that. You know, the reward, the blessings will continue to come. But you can take your own self out on a fucking date. Don't worry about that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, your mom's birthday on the 27th too? Oh, that is fire. That is fire. Love you. Self-love is beautiful too. Yes, yes. Love your back. Self-love. I'm really big on that. You know what I mean? It's like very important to have self-love because, you know, if you don't have that kind of energy and your love is just off of every other, you know, people's energies, what if these people aren't around? So now you're going to not love yourself? No, you got to love yourself first. And I feel like you got to love yourself first before you can even say that you love somebody else. How you love somebody else when you don't even love you? You don't even love the motherfucker that's in the mirror staring at you. You waking up in the morning looking in the mirror, that person that looking at you, you got to love that person first. Then you can love everybody else. You know what I'm saying? But love you first. Always, man. But I salute all of y'all and appreciate all of y'all. And, you know, we're going to continue to call these people out. And as I said, Oprah is allegedly on the run. I have not seen her speak out yet. I have not heard her say nothing. So until then, I'm going to assume she's on the run too. 50 Cent said that Beyonce and Jay-Z is on the run. I have not heard anything yet out of their mouth. Now, I've been hearing people close to them saying shit. Their legal teams and all of this stuff, allegedly speaking. When are they going to speak themselves? Why do Jay-Z feel like I'm so good that I don't got to say shit to nobody? I don't have to say nothing. You know, my money talk for me. That's the problem, sir. Your money is so demonic that we don't want to hear from your money anymore. Because the shit that we've been hearing that your money's been allegedly involved with, sir, are some very crooked, sick things. You know what I'm saying? And Oprah, you've been called out for so long. And I was being quiet. I was seeing Oprah all over in the news and things with her. And I knew her alleged involvements and things like that. But I didn't even want to speak on her at first. I didn't even want to speak on her at first. You know what I mean? Just like that girl, R. Kelly's, the girl that was 14 years old, getting peed on by R. Kelly. She did another interview. As a matter of fact, guys, I'm going to show y'all that. I showed y'all yesterday her doing an interview. She came out and spoke again. She's going like on a press run right now. This the girl that got peed on at 14 years old.
I'm a mother, I'm a friend, I'm a coworker, I have a beautiful spirit. And in order for me to get my power back, I really had to set the record straight and step out of the shadows of Sean, the R. Kelly girl, and just truly become Rashona Landfair.
Shout out to A Guy. Said Paul Sir Bible. Shout out to A Guy hitting that super chat. This is that young girl as a grown woman. Listen to her.
Tell me about the first time you decided to put pen to paper to write those words and what that felt like for you.
It was really hard. Growing up, everything that I went through was meant to be kept a secret. It was like, you know, breaking code to speak on anything. So I didn't have the opportunity to really journal because I couldn't even be true to my journal or my diary. So it was difficult to confront a lot of things that I had compartmentalized.
How old are you now versus when all of that started happening to you?
I'm 41 today, and at the time things started happening, I was 13.
Wow, so she was 13 years old and had to be quiet. Imagine how many other young girls that this happened to that have not spoke out and said nothing yet. She's 41. She way younger than me. Well, not too far, guys. She ain't that much younger than me, but she younger than me. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna make y'all think, look, I'm like a goddamn dinosaur. Dow Baby just upgraded membership to Pure Stone Cold Survival. Oh my God, Dow Baby! Shout out to Dow Baby. Dow Baby just upgraded her membership, guys. She just upgraded her membership to Pure Stone Cold Survival. There's different levels to your memberships. And there's different levels of survival. There's pure survival. There's pure stone cold survival. Like I forget that it's just different levels of how severe survival is. You know what I'm saying? You could be surviving your boss. You could be surviving your nagging wife. You could be surviving your your nagging husband or your narcissist husband. You know what I'm saying? Like the levels of survival is crazy. You could be surviving the kids getting on your motherfucking nerves. Long as you protected by pure survival, you are great. And now she's the pure soul. She's pure stone cold survival. Shout out to you.
You still carry that?
Yeah.
What do you do to work through those feelings?
Just forgiving myself, just really, a lot of prayer, a lot of deep thought, talking to friends and family, and surrounding myself by positive energy.
Do you remember where you were and how you first met R. Kelly?
Yes, I first met him at one of our shows. He came to like a church show, and I was mesmerized.
Because you wanted to be a singer, a star. What were your aspirations?
I was in a singing group at the time, very popular overseas. We did a lot of great work. We had a lot of cover songs. So, Robert and I had a lot in common. He played basketball at the time. We were all at like the peak of our careers.
So I didn't know that. So this girl was a singer. She was in a singing group overseas. I just knew her as being the singer Sparkle niece or something like that, or her little cousin or her niece or something like that. So R. Kelly, like as they know, all them people in the industry, they play off of your talent because you want your dreams to come true. These demons is thinking about you, looking between your legs, looking at your tasty cakes, all this shit. This is wild.
A lot of great work. We had a lot of cover songs. So, Robert and I had a lot in common. He played basketball at the time. We were all at like the peak of our careers. He was a rising star. So I was, really excited to meet him.
When did you realize, after all of the abuse that you endured at the hands of R. Kelly, that you were put on public display by way of a video? When did you realize your face was shown and people around the city of Chicago had seen this tape of you?
I was about 17 years old. I was devastated when I found out. I was very scared. I did not want that person to be me.
Did that change your childhood, your upbringing at 17, based on this video being out there? And then if it did, how did it change everything?
It changed my life overall, even today as a 41-year-old woman.
And like I said, it's horrible. She was as young as she was. It's horrible that R. Kelly did these sick things to her. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, when you look at the tape, she didn't look like she was, you know what I'm saying? Like she looked like she was into it. But that's because of the grooming. That's because of the pedophilia of him, of what he did to her and brainwashing her. But imagine how many dudes, after they seen that tape, how they treated her. Oh, they're going to treat you like a hoe. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna be trying to fuck. Oh, you that girl that was taking it to the face and jumping up and down and da 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 da. You know what I mean? So imagine how they treated her. Like, even if she wanted to be in a regular relationship, a dude like, nigga, I seen you on that tape doing all that nasty shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sure she got treated terribly after that. And dudes used and abused her sexually even after R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? Like, real rap. Like now, and then like people, every time I play her, and it's 2 interviews. This is the first time I've seen this one. A lot of guys be like, oh, she pretty. Oh, she look nice. Yeah, she's a nice looking female. You know what I'm saying? But you imagine what she was treated like throughout that time, because looks is not everything. It's about who you are as a person. And I'm not saying she a bad person, but it seemed like she must have got to a certain level of maturity and peace within herself. You know what I mean? So I'm pretty sure somebody could love her for her, or not the performance she did on the tape, or not just see her as that at this day and age. You know what I mean?
It started at a very young age, but it still carries with me today. And it was really hard during that time because I was a child. So being bullied and being laughed at and being made a mockery, was more difficult. But I'm here and I can speak clearly today because I'm fully developed mentally and I know how to accept those words.
When R. Kelly went to trial here in Chicago, we knew you as Jane Doe at the time. What happened? Why did anybody advocate for you? Did anybody speak out for you?
Not many people advocated or spoke out. A lot of people were operating out of fear or not wanting to lose their jobs or, just kind of sweeping it under the rug like, things weren't happening. It was like a turn the other cheek thing. Robert held a lot of power, in the community, in the industry. So it was more so just convincing themselves that it wasn't happening as well.
See that? When these people have the power that they have, shit just gets swept under the rug, guys. So I'm saying Oprah, all of them, the president, everybody that's involved, that's on this damn Epstein stuff, if all of this stuff is true, needs to be held accountable. You know what I mean? Because this secret been held clearly for way too long. And there's so many young kids that's affected, that grow up and be, turn out to either become one of them. Now I was lost for words when they said R. Kelly done that, but I believe her. Yeah, it's wild. It is wild, But I mean, I still I didn't go to the point to where I won't listen to somebody's music or something like that. Especially if I grew up off the music and I don't feel like the music done it. But when I listen to some of the shit, I'll hear it differently. You know what I mean? Like, hold on, temperature's rising and nobody's yawning. Take me to your playground. Let me lick. It make me look at it different. Like, you know what I mean? Why was you talking about going to the playground? Or your body is my playground. Let me lick you up and down. Like certain shit, hold up. It was like a confession. That man said, your body is a playground. Let me lick you up and down. And when he said playground, clearly the motherfucker meant that shit literally. I didn't realize he meant like literally a real playground. And if you guys want to hear the Beyonce song, put a 1 in the chat, put a 2 in the chat if you don't want to hear the Beyonce song, or put a 3 if you don't know what the Beyonce song is, of what Beyonce's reaction is to what Jay-Z got himself into. We're gonna play the Beyonce song.
Remember all those lies you told when you met me, you was way too old. Now you in Epstein files, messing around with the child. You know goddamn well you probably about to go to jail. You're gonna end up going to hell. Ooh, and I don't even know what to say. My sister put you in the face, and you ain't even put up a fight, cause she knew something wasn't right. Ooh, and now you got me troubled down. I ain't dumb, I ain't dumb, I ain't dumb, I can see I ain't dumb, I ain't dumb, I ain't dumb, Daisy, I ain't dumb. Ooh.
That is the Beyonce Ain't Dumb. Remember all those lies you told? When you met me, you was way too old. Now you on Epstein files, running around with a child.
Remember all those lies you told? When you met me, you was way too old. Now you in Epstein files, messing around with a child. You know goddamn well you probably about to go to jail. You're gonna end up going to hell. Ooh, and I don't even know what to say. My sister put you in the face, and you ain't even put up a fight, cause she knew something wasn't right. Ooh, and now you got me troubled down. I ain't dumb, I ain't dumb, I ain't dumb, I can see I ain't dumb, I ain't dumb, I ain't dumb, Jay-Z, I ain't dumb. Ooh.
I did another one recently too, guys. I mean, I wish I would have did it longer, but you know, you gotta understand, like this shit is coming from my heart off the top of my head. So it's not like I'm like actually writing the shit. I'm literally doing it off the top. But this one I didn't go too long, but it's pretty cool.
Jay-Z told me that she was older. But then when I saw him and Epstein and that young girl walking around, I was like, ooh, I think I need to divorce him. Cry, girl, but I know that I was at the Epstein Island too. And I was like, woo!
I'll be acting crazy. This shit crazy. Way 2 stacks. Rose, baby. Shout out to all of y'all guys. You know, salute to everybody, man. Like, share, subscribe. Follow me on TikTok. Follow me on Instagram. If you want to become a member to the Pure Survival channel, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and become a member, you know? And as you see, there's levels to survival. Shout out to all my members. And if you guys want to get you some Pure Survival merch, go over and check out the store, www.puresurvivalmerch.com. Whatever you want, go check out the store. I'm not even going, I'll let y'all go to the store and see what's on over there. Pure Survival. I'm surviving this fitness routine, the laugh at the end. Salute to you. Smash that like button. That was hilarious. Thank you so much. My death. Look, my 4609. I've tried my that. MI that. Shout out to you. Pure survival. Look, you see how, man, I gotta dissect this stuff. More songs, please. All right, I'm gonna do some more. Shout out to you. What did MC Hammer do? I don't know. I gotta find that out. And I'm a huge Hammer fan too. No Diddy. I know that didn't make no sense. Jamel, you're a huge Hammer fan. I'm talking about the music. God damn it. You know what I'm saying? Only God can judge me. Do more songs. I definitely will. Let's go, Bill. Jeremy Greenaway. Shout out to Jeremy Greenaway. God damn it. That's somebody from my neighborhood, guys. That's somebody that I actually went to middle school. Shout out to Jeremy motherfucker Greenaway. And that's why, remember I told y'all, I grew up with black friends and white friends. Jeremy, that's one of my white boys. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm talking about we go back to fucking probably even Curtains. No. Cochran. Maybe even 4th and 5th grade, like elementary. Like me and him go way, way back. But I'm saying from Cochran School to Curtin Middle School. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, shout out Jeremy. That's somebody I walked home with from school. Gang of us walking through Brandon Park. You know what I'm saying? Instigating shit. You know what I mean? Instigating fights and you know what I mean. But no, like I said, I've always had a diverse, you know, to where like I said, I have black friends, white friends. You know, I always judge people off of people. That's why I said you got demonic people that'll look at somebody because this color person did something to them. They think that everybody the same as that color. No. I don't play that shit. If you got any racist bone in your body, you wouldn't be associated with me. I don't do that. I don't discriminate. I don't care. You know, shout out to the LBG community. If you're gay, that's on you. I don't think that that's nothing bad. That's nothing wrong. That's something that you and your partner, as long as you're an adult, you got a right to be with whoever you want to be with. That's your sexuality. I'm not against anybody. Like I'm only against ignorant people. I'm against racist people. I'm against demonic people. I'm against child predators. I'm against stuff like that. and these people that's in the higher uppers that's using and abusing people that's worked in, that's been in the military to serve for the country, that should be getting benefits for the rest of their lives, but they take money from them. Veterans, you know what I'm saying? Like just the way this country, how people is getting done dirty, I'm against that. You know what I mean? And I also know all about the prison system. You know what I mean? Y'all know I've been to jail before. I've done time. I'm not ashamed of where I've been. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I learned so much from going through that as a young age. And I know that that's a $1 billion business. When I look back at it, when I was young, 24 years old, zero record, they gave me all that fucking time. You know what I'm saying? For defending myself. But you know what? I was in the wrong. I did leave and come back. And a motherfucker went off on an airplane. And I'm not bragging about that. But I had 5 dudes jump me. And yeah, I came back. And yeah, but still, all the time that they gave me for that, it was a $1 billion business. That's why I tell young people, you don't want to go to jail. It's nothing handsome, nothing cute about it. You're dumb. You're going to throw your life away and have to pay these people forever. They don't give a fuck about you. All they care about is money. Don't give no money to the system and lose your freedom. It's a business. All of these things is businesses. I didn't know that shit when I was a kid. You know what I mean? Shout out to Natalie Rivers. Just sent me a damn gift. Pure survival. A couple weeks before my birthday. But it's a $1 billion business, though. Don't be a victim to it. That's why I really, like I said, I try to tell young people, it's okay. Have a regular job. Be a regular, going to McDonald's and going to Taco Bell, you be a bad. Do you know you're going to get all the girls? When I grew up, if you had a regular job in my neighborhood, they looked at you like you was a chump. You was a punk. You was a loser. Like, look at that McDonald hat wearing motherfucker. Look at that Taco Bell. They talk bad about you if you had a job. The only people that was cool if you was a drug dealer, if you was a killer, if you was a savage. Do you understand that when these motherfuckers went to jail, because the girls wanted the big time drug dealers, they wanted the old heads that drove the Cadillacs, that had all the money and all that shit. Eventually, when they got older and after they got ran through and got 20, 30 fucking kids, now they want the guy that got the regular job, the motherfucker that work at the goddamn post office. They want him now. They want him to settle down with them. But y'all didn't want that guy that worked at Arby's when he wanted y'all because he wasn't good enough. He didn't have all the fancy cars. He didn't have all the money that the drug dealers had that wasn't going to keep forever because you're going to jail eventually. You're going to be dead or in jail. But that was the cool guy to be back in the day. And the women wanted them because they'd buy them Reeboks, buy them sneakers, clothes, shit like that. If you had a regular job, you was considered a square. You was considered a corny dude. Nobody wanted to give you no coochie. You know what I'm talking about? But then years later, they want to put that vagina on you that you don't even want no more. Bitch, you done ran through all this dude's resting in peace that done clapped your motherfucking cheeks. You didn't want me then. So don't want me now. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, for young people, do what you want to do. Like right now, the internet is a bad motherfucker. Like you can start your own business. You can play video games online. You could be a TikTok star. You could be an Instagram star. Whatever the case may be. If it's something that's positive, YouTube star, whatever is positive, you can make your money honestly and don't have to be in the streets and all of that. Because like I said, you're going to end up in jail or dead. You're going to be walking the yard. You're going to be in prison scared as hell. The hardest dudes that I've seen in prison was quiet the motherfucker. Dudes that was super tough on the street are the quietest guy in jail. And then you got dudes be talking about, yeah, my homie, he upstate, he up there riding, he up there, and I'm like, I was just up there with him. Your homie that you bragging about, talking about he upstate riding? No, he's up there about to hang it up like a motherfucker a Jordan jersey. This man is about to take a sheet and jump off the basketball court. He ain't up there hating to hold it down. He's sitting in the day room crying, hair turning gray, hair falling out. Pure survival. He on the phone crying and begging his mom for money, cussing at his grandmother because the JPay that his grandma trying to send to him, you know what I'm saying? That she sent it off somewhere else that went somewhere else by mistake. She's up in age. But you want to cuss your grandma out on the phone and crying, mommy. It's not worth it. I'm telling you. I've been in the jungle. In prison, it ain't like when I first went up there, I felt like Jasmine Sullivan. When I got there, I was like, I'm not scared of lions and tigers and bears. I'm not scared. I'm not scared to perform it. Yeah, it was lions and tigers and bears up there, motherfucker. So I'm trying to tell you, you do not want to go. Be a regular dude. Those are people I like. I like the young people that's doing shit with their lives, like on a positive tip. I don't care for the little, gangsters and all that wannabe gangsters. We spin the block. We're drill rappers. We shooting and killing everything moving. I want you all in jail. This is a true story. If you are a savage and you are a killer and you brag about it, like I seen this girl get killed in Chicago yesterday, on camera, these young boys jumped out with a Draco. It was a baby in the car. These dummies, they probably didn't know the baby was in the car, but the fact that you didn't even care. Broad daylight, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, these dummies is shooting machine guns. The only person died was the girl in the car. But the baby, thank God, the baby didn't get hit, and they shot that car up crazy. Got out on foot, walked up on the car, shot the car up. Then run into the car as they turn in the corner, shot the car up again. Young, dumb savages that's going to get a life sentence and be up there crying, ready to hang it up like a Jordan jersey. But they wanted to prove that we were gang and we so fucking tough. No, you so dumb. I'm sorry. This is how I really feel. And if you living like that, I want you to go to jail. On God, I want you to go to jail because I have family. I have kids. Like, my youngest daughter about to be 21. You know what I'm talking about? She could be out having a good time. My son, 20. You know what I'm saying? And then you savage motherfuckers see my son and do something to him. And he's a nerd. But that's what or anybody's innocent kids or stuff that's not even in that street life because they don't care who they shoot or kill. I want them all locked up. You know what I mean? Or if they get killed, I don't care. I'll be like, yeah, that's what you get. You was a killer, killing other people. Now it's time for you to go to the crossroads. Because you don't need to be on this earth if you here to kill. Kill, shoot. No, get the fuck on. That's how I really feel. So I'm sorry, guys. When I was a younger guy, I looked at the world different. You know what I'm saying? I felt like if like people owe you something if you go to jail and you better ride with me, you better be here for me. Now I see I went, on some stuff to where I wasn't out committing crimes or doing some dumbass shit to get me there. You don't you go do a robbery, now you cussing your girl out. You better be here with me. You better not go cheat on me. You better wait with me for 20 years. She ain't tell you to go rob that fucking bank, you dumb motherfucker. She told you to go get an application and try to get a job at that bank. Not to go rob the motherfucker. And then you want her to stay and put her life on pause? I told you when I was young, I used to feel like that. Like, you know what I mean? I go to jail. What the fuck? We go to jail. Man, I got older and looked at that. Hell no. If I did something dumb to put myself there, don't fucking wait and waste your life on me. I don't care about my life. So you shouldn't sit there and wait, especially if I'm doing dumb shit like that. There's levels to it. But I'm sorry, guys. I done turned into brother, Mr. I Am Comedy, Malcolm X out this joint. You know what I'm saying? Because I get real upset when I think about like the young people that's doing dumb shit. And then I know I grew up around people that was moving like that. You know what I mean? And so I kind of really look at that. And then it's older dudes that lie to these young dudes and had them doing crimes for them that they scared to do. They done did time already. You already know that this little nigga, you telling him to go shoot them and kill him. You know he about to throw his whole, they gonna give him a life sentence. You don't even care. Cause you scared to do something about them dudes, and cause you still outside when you don't even supposed to be out there, but you still trying to be young. You still trying to live in your younger years, nigga. You out here. It's crazy. I'm sorry. And then you let the little young nigga just throw his life away, leave him in jail. Don't put no money on his books. I know, like I said, I come from that world, so I know what it's like. So young people, if you watching, do the right thing. It's too many ways to make money positive right now. You could turn your fucking camera on and be all you could be. You know what I mean? And just don't be tricked by any of these people in Hollywood, any of this type of stuff. Keep your eyes open, you know what I mean? And just think smart and don't waste your life. Shout out to all of y'all. Pure survival.